Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So, welcome back to this tutorial where we build an open world survival game. So, in the last episode we make this starting environment for our open world game. And in this one, I'm just gonna build like interaction with the water. So, as you can see here, so when we go here into the water and we interact, we can interact with the water and we collect water. As you can see, if we open the inventory, we have 5 water. This is a polluted water. We can use it later to make like pure water. So this is it. So let's get started. So let's start. So first thing, let's go here and open our game world. So what we're going to do is the player will collect water from the lake. But how we're going to get this result is uh, the surface of the lake and surface of this place here. So every surface it's going to have a different like physics material. So for the water, we're gonna check if when the player stands in the water, we're gonna make a lane trace that will go to the surface and check if it's like water or sand or whatever. And that is going to give us the ability to interact with the water. So to start with that, first we're going here, system, pickup system, and as you remember, the interaction, it's gonna be the same as this one. So let's duplicate this and let's call this water interaction. Let's open it. And we're gonna remove this. We don't need it. We don't need this or even this. So when we start interaction, we're gonna do a lane trace. Bait channel. The channel is interaction. The start point is gonna be the player character. So I'm going to get it in here. So wait experience to be ready. After that, I'm going here. So we get player character. So I'm gonna get the mesh and I'm gonna promote this to a variable, leave it as it is, mesh, and here I will get the mesh, get world location, this one get world location, and it's going to be directly here. And for the end point, it's going to break vector, and here make vector. But this one, for the x and y, it's gonna be the same. For the z-axis, we're gonna get this z-axis, and it's going to be like in the down direction, so we're gonna use minus, and let's promote this variable, call it interaction range, and by default it's going to be 150. Let's debug this. Let's make it for a duration. And we need to test it. So here we have the start interaction. So it's going to start the interaction, and that's it. Let's close the fab. And we go to the player character and the ability set. We add a new one. It's going to be water interaction. We don't need to give it any input right now. We might give it like ability interact. So we're going to interact with it, same as this one. So let's go here. And to debug this, we need like to do a delay for 0.2 seconds, and we're gonna loop. So it's keep looping and it doesn't end. How we know if it's like working? Let's do print string. And that print break. So we need like the physics material. So let's display name, and let's print the display name. So as you can see, it hits the ground, and it's as you can see, default physics material, and it's the same as we go here into the water. We're gonna make a new here a data folder, and let's make a physics material. So physics material, it's gonna be with tag for future like physics material, and it's gonna be water. If you wanna make it specific, water lake. And inside it, we need to give it a tag, and we give it a surface. So for the tag, let's give it like so. Here in the surface we have this. Let's add a new one. Going to be water. In this one, default gameplay tags, audit, select it. And if you want to make it more specific, add lake. So we have lake over here, water and lake. For this, the surface, we need to go here to the project settings, block here for surface, and here in this place, physical surface, as we have character, concrete, glass. Let's add water here and close it. So here we have the water selected. The settings, we're gonna keep it as it is, and let's close this. And here in the water, we select the water and we go down to the collision physics material override. Let's select the water lake. So for this lake, I'm gonna use different lane trace. So project settings. So type here channel, and So here in the trace channel, I'm gonna make a new one, gonna be water channel, and let's accept it. So it's gonna block, and for this channel it's going to be here. So just compile, save. Let's select water channel, and here, so when we go over here, and we go here, as you can see, it's showing the water lake. So here I'm gonna check, or let's promote this to a variable, keep it as it is. Only we're going to fire an output when this change. So if this is equal to this over here, to branch. So if we hit something first, to branch, if we didn't hit anything, we're gonna set this to nothing. And if we hit something, but it's the same one as it is, we do nothing. But if it's not equal, we're gonna set this to this over here. So when we set this or this, that's mean this one is changed, and we only care when this changed. So from here and from here, we're gonna do a sequence here. Sequence should be here, sorry. So we're gonna get this here, and the sequence it's going to be over here. Alt and remove it. And for this, let's do it this way. So just to be clean, what I'm going to do is, instead of doing this here, I'm gonna Control X and put this over here, and we do it here like that. I'm gonna drag it a little bit higher, and this like this. So when we all check this, we're gonna return and do it again. But when it's true, we're gonna just come directly here. We don't have to go all the way. So we can just return and no. No, this is not gonna work. So it needs to go here. This is only we need it for changing. So now it's time to clean this mess. We gotta select this, collapse nodes, get start end locations, drag them like that, and all of them, select everything, this one also, and this one, and collapse to nodes, interaction. So we open it. What we need here is this. On interact changed, not changed. So unchanged, this is going to be fired and we're gonna do some stuff there. And here it's going to be for the widget in the screen. And now, so since this is changed, what we're gonna do is send gameplay event to actor. Actor is gameplay, is player character. For the event tag, it's going to be input tag, ability, interact. And we need here the old water. And we need the water. So more specific. Interact is interacting with the items like rocks and stuff. And this one, it's going to be specific for the water. So this is it. For here, we're gonna like make gameplay event. And what we need to send is for the optional object, I'm gonna drag the physics here. So when we interact, we're gonna send the physics as a gameplay. This one it's actor, but this one is object, so it's good for physics material object reference. So now we're done with this. We can interact with it. So how we can interact with it? It's the same as this one, as same as this one here, interaction. So if we're gonna interact with it. When we interact, we're gonna see the gameplay interaction to the player. So let's do it. So we go here. So just click here and click here. So we go directly here. And here I'm going to create a new gameplay ability. Lyra gameplay ability. It's going to be gameplay ability. So let's make it interact with water. Let's open it. We're gonna remove this. And let's go to the class defaults. The first thing is here on input triggered. independent, and we care about ability triggers. So we're gonna trigger it with input tag ability interact water. From here, activate ability from event, and we need this, so break this. And as you remember, we seen optional object, this one from the water interaction, cast to material. So cast it to physical material with tags, and we're going to promote this to a variable. If the cast failed in the ability, and if it's not, we're gonna play montage just for debugging right now. The montage is going to be finger guns, this one. And after that, on complete, we're gonna end ability. Like we should make a base interact, so we can make it for all the objects we're gonna interact with. So we should test it, right? But first we need to add this ability to the player character. Let's add an ability. Water interact with water, right? Yes, this one interact with water. For the input tag, we can leave it as it is. Let's test it right now and see how it's gonna work. So here, we cannot do anything, but if we go here, we are in the water, and we click F, we can interact. If we go out of the water, we click F, we cannot interact. So we can only interact when we are in the water. So somehow it's working. Let's remove that hello, it's here. Let's drag this over here and delete this. So just hold Control and left click to get this like that and drop them on the input. So it's working. Now we need to interact with the water. So here what's gonna happen. We're going to do the same thing, so compile save, and here gathering mining, I'm gonna do the same thing, so in ability on move. So I'm going to get this, Control C, and here interact with water. Let's drag them here. So we're going to remove this and this. And let's get this here and this here. And select everything, collapse nodes, and ability if moved. But we need the player character, so we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna get this, we get player character, Control C, we close this, we came over here, we set this like that, right click, create player character. All of this collapse to nodes, set variables, and drag it like that. So we need right now in montage to play. Come to the player character, heroes, mannequin, animation, gathering animation, and here I'm just gonna drag this here, and for the skeletal mesh I'm gonna look here for many, this mannequin, so select mannequin and import. And as you can see, we have here this animation. It's not perfect, but it's close. So here, right click, create any montage. It's gonna be any montage, collect water. So select collect water, put it over here. So on blend in and blend out. So on cancelled, on interrupted. We're gonna end ability, but on blend out, we're gonna do something here. But what we need to do is, let's do same as the one we did here. So here in interaction, not this. So here in the gathering mining, here, use control rotation yaw. We're gonna do the same with the water. So here, we're gonna do that, and we're going to do it here and put it on. It's gonna be on end ability. So here, drag this like that. So git gameplay message subsystem broadcast message, and the message is going to be here inventory odd item for the message. All right, this one here, right? We're gonna make array, and here we're gonna make this one just like that. For the item definition, we need to make item definition for water. So let's do that. And here in the system, world items, collectibles, IDs, and let's make a new ID. Inventory item definition, ID, water, it needs here id water01, name water. For the fragments we need the inventory one, which is item data. For item ID it's going to be same, item name it's the same, item description. For the item stack it's going to be 99. Item texture it's going to be, and also I'm gonna leave like a texture for like this these two, dirty water and polluted water. We need only the dirty water right now, but I'm gonna just upload the other one also. So this is the polluted water and this is the dirty water and this is the polluted water. Select them both, and here let's go to UI, save, close. Same one as this one, make it UI, save it and close it. So here we need the dirty water and assign it here. And for this I'm gonna keep it just common, as it is easy to get. Let's close it, and then here we're gonna look for ID water. I'm gonna rename it dirty water. And we're gonna give the player 5. And that's it. So let's test this and see if it's going to work or not. So here, let's play from here. So as you can see, we can still interact with the trees and stuff. We don't have the tool for the tree. And when we go here to the water, we cannot interact. Or actually we can interact. As you can see, we have 5 polluted water. But the problem is this here, it doesn't work. And because we didn't set this default slot, we're gonna name it full body and close it. And now if we test it right from here, as you can see, we go to the water, click F, and as you can see, we're interacting with the water, and we get the 5 water here.